Okay, dudes, we're on part 48, and I believe last time I did a Let's Play, I ended on part 39, so as you can tell, I love this game because it's a really long game. Hey, Captain, I'm bored, I want to play some more! Hi, will you play with me? Oh, Grandpa's worried? I have to go find Grandpa! Okay, so this is a really long game, dudes, um, and I really like that about it. I mean, and to be quite honest, let's see, I wanted to thank you for it. I know I'd like you to have this. So, alright, this is the metal code I was talking about. So if you capture an onyx, or not like Rocky the Onyx, or you capture a Scyther in the bug catching contest, you could trade them with this metal code attached, and you can bargain for some really good Pokemon. Alright, so the SS has arrived in Vermilion City. Um, okay, I don't. When did I play with her? What would I have played with her? Like patty cake? I don't know, but whatever. So we've arrived in the Kanto region, and to be honest, it's going to be a lot quicker in this region than it was in the Johto region. Mainly because, um, well, I know what I'm doing. Like, if you don't know what you're doing in this region, then it could take you forever to get through here. But you have to know pretty much exactly where to go, what to do. Now, here's the first thing you'll probably notice, this Snorlax here. Now, I'm not going to capture this Snorlax when the time comes for me to battle it, and there is an inevitable time coming when I will have to fight it. But for now, I'm just going to leave it alone. Darn it, I need to bring out my Cutter Pokemon again. Oops. Wait a minute. Is he gonna... Nope, he doesn't give me... Alright, well, whatever. So, yeah, in this region, you have to know exactly what you're doing if you want to get through here quickly. Otherwise, you'll just run around not knowing what you're doing for the longest time. Let's see, a deposit. Who am I gonna put in? Um, let's see. I want to keep Dragonite hanging around with my team for a while. You know what, Togetic, it's been fun, but you're dead weight, and you're not really helping me at all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull out my Cutter Heracross, and I'm giving in. Like, I wasted a head, but that's alright. It's only 2,000 yen, so I'm gonna teach Fly to Dragonite. Normally this is a dumb idea. I do not advise you do it, but I'm doing it just because I need a flyer on my team and I want this Cutter with me. I thought I wouldn't have to use Cut again, but I forgot about this gym. Like, immediately, as soon as you come into this city, uh, you'll run into, let's see. Yo, Champion Making, you lucked out this time. Lieutenant Surge has traps up all over the gym, but the traps aren't active right now, so you'll have no problem getting to Lieutenant Surge. Gee, it's almost as if, whoops, it's almost as if they realize you don't want to do any BSing, and it's inevitable you have to face one of these trainers. I'm gonna take you down. Prepare to be shocked. So I'm facing a juggler. Last time I was facing like these lightweights and stuff, but now I'm facing jugglers. But whatever, I'll deal with it. Okay, so he's about to use Electrode. See, all the trainers in this region have really tough Pokemon. It's not like this in the previous region at all. So let's see, I'm gonna try Dig yet again. And wow, it actually did a lot of damage. Well, that's obviously because Electrodes not it doesn't have a lot of hit points and a lot of defense. But anyway, all right. So I got to abuse my dig. Well, I was overpowered. Don't get too comfortable about beating me. Lieutenant Surge is tough. Now, the people in this region, I could fight every single. You know what? Here's what I'll do. Here's the deal. I will fight gym trainers because gym trainers are legitimately tougher than all the other trainers you fight outside, like just in regular training. But I'm going to try to avoid as many trainers on the outside as I can. And typically they're the ones that you can't usually avoid. But, oh, they've got Flaffies in this region. That's unusual, but alright. Okay, so sorry I failed you, Lieutenant Surge, sir. Lieutenant Surge, that's not good enough, maggot. You give me 50 right now. Lieutenant Surge recognized my potential with electric Pokemon. Think you could beat me? Oh, I hope this is a cool trainer. It would be awesome if this were a cool trainer. Nope. It's a guitarist. Vincent, that's a cool name. Okay, so finally, what was I getting? All right, Yu Yu Hakusho, back when Toonami is good. Speaking of shows that used to be good on Toonami, I mean that are good forever, but used to be on Toonami, I guess is what I meant to say. Who remembers Rurouni Kenshin? Man, that was a sweet show, wasn't it? Like, um, all right, for those of you who don't know, he used rollout while I was underground? That shouldn't work. Rurouni Kenshin was about this samurai, and it's a historical fiction, like this actually happened. Well, I think it actually happened. It's based off real happenings. What happened was, in the Meiji era, there are people in Japan who are fighting for control of the government, and there was this guy named Kenshin Himura, who is also known as the legendary Batosai the Manslayer. Serge, hey little boy, I have to hand it to you. I may not be very smart to challenge me, but it sure takes guts. When it comes to electric Pokemon, I'm number one. I've never lost on the battlefield. I'll zap you just like I did my enemies in war. Okay. I can't help but thinking, what does Lieutenant Surge remind you of? He's like the that GI Joe guy that you saw on Avatar, isn't he? All right. Anyway, so one of the best animes I've ever seen, and remains to this day one of the best I've ever seen. Thunderweight, really? Not very mature, dude. Rurouni Kenshin, because Kenshin Himura was something else. I'll tell you what. He was so fast, and he was able to use the swordsmanship battle style. But he was an honorable warrior. Like he regretted because he was one of the best warriors of all time back in the Meiji era. But he killed like all these people, and then he felt regret for it. So what he turned out to do was he was like, man, I feel sorry for. Oh man, he's using double team. Darn it, hate it when they do that. Come on, burn him. There we go. Eh. And I lived through it. That was great. Entei always gets self-destructs in the face, and he finally lived through one. Good job, Entei. Alright, you know what? Screw this. I don't care anymore. I'm tired of these electrodes blowing up in my face. So, outrage, baby. And he's gonna summon Magnet. Alright, fine. I'll summon back Entei. So, let's use Dig because it'll do ×4 damage to him, and we'll wreck his face. Anyway, so Batosai, an amazing individual with the swords. Like, he really knows what he was doing. He's like, he uses Godspeed in order to take down his opponents. But darn it, you stupid. He shouldn't have lived through that. I resent that he lived through that, but whatever. I'm going to seemingly do suicide and bring Suicune out, and I knew that was coming, but I'm going to risk it anyway. Go ahead, surf him. What? He lived through another one? This is so cheap. I can't believe how lucky he is, but whatever. I don't care. Let's see. I'll just use Meganium to finish him off. I don't like using... The reason that I didn't use Meganium is because Meganium's getting pretty darn powerful level-wise. I mean, clearly he's stronger than the others. Okay, boy, you get the Thunder Badge. Matt received the Thunder Badge. Da-da-da-da. Okay. Thunder Badge increases Pokemon speed, whatever that means. I still don't know what that means. Consider it proof that you defeated me. You wear it proudly here. What, you're not going to give me a TM? Still slugging and chugging away? My Pokemon and I are still at... Okay. So, what you gotta say? Phew! Wait, what? That was an electrifying bout. Whatever that means. Alright, so I gotta wrap up with Rurouni Kenshin because I'm almost out of time in this episode. He was a guy, he's a very gentle warrior. Like, despite being a killer, he repented of his ways, and now he seeks to do good for all the world and protect as many people as he can with his blade. So, a very deep, very gentle, very likable character. The only problem with him, I think, is that Kenshin Himura, you know, maybe he's too good of a guy. Like, real people aren't like him. He's just too nice, you know? And he's so powerful. He's like a Gary Stu character almost. But I don't regret how he is in the least. He was the most amazing character I think I've ever seen. Anyway, so I'm out of time, and when we come back, we'll be moving on right through the region. So I'll see you guys later.